Some people have the power to destroy an entire fleet in the blink of an eye, while some people can level an entire city or control an entire population of people. And that is the power of devil fruits in One Piece. It's like everything in your wildest imagination is manifested. And at this point, we've seen a couple hundred of them. But we know everyone has an infatuation with the obvious overpowered ones, like fire or any of the elementals. But there are some that are overlooked, so we have to ask the question. What are some of the most underrated devil fruits that you believe are extremely powerful?
For me, the first one I have to go with is the slow fruit. I think the slow fruit is one of the most slept on devil fruits. Yes, it was on I guess filler with Davy Death Bath, but the slow fruit can do so many things. One, if I need to escape, I can just make you slow and get up out of there. So
yeah,
that
true.
That in general makes it really good. But also, anytime you get shot at, so snipers, I can affect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm fighting you, I can slow you down. It just, and then the effects also are slow. So I can hit you with a 10-piece and you're not gonna feel it until, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes later. Oh. There's so many benefits to the slow fruit that are slept on, and obviously because, like I said, it was kind of a funny episode, nobody really paid attention to it too much. But when I seen that, I was like, man, if I had that devil fruit, I wouldn't be mad.
I'll be honest with you, a lot of the attacks in One Piece are speed-based, right?
Yeah.
Especially like when you see the way Shanks took out Kid, he was just too fast. Like exactly. Kid was just like, oh, he was already in front of me, slashing me before I could do anything.
Exactly.
If he had a power like the slow fruit, he could have slowed Shanks down a little. Well, almost, because Shanks likes to break your devil fruit.
Yeah, Magneton didn't do nothing for him, but maybe slowness with him.
Yeah, probably. Well, one for me is the washu fruit. It's like it's from that old lady in the Marines, where she could do this thing where she like hangs you on a clothesline and washes out the evil and malice out of you. I think that's probably one of the most OP devil fruits, because a lot of the people are just villains, right? Like, she changes pirates into good people. True. So if she was to bump into somebody like Blackbeard and was able to at least trap him in her ability, she could change Blackbeard into an actual good guy, right? And I don't know how long the effects last, but it seems like it might be a permanent attack. I think that's absolutely powerful. And I can understand why you would have a Marine have that. And I think it's funny that it's an old woman and it has a clothesline and she's putting it out. I like that whole little theme. But yeah, I think that's an extremely powerful devil fruit that a lot of people sleep on.
Yeah, I definitely think that, would be beneficial. The only thing for me, I see it as is, does it go by her definition of good, or just, good in general? And I asked that question because, let's say Luffy. Is Luffy a bad guy or a good guy? Would he get washed out to being a Marine, or would he stay what he actually is?
I don't think it will wash out anything out of Luffy. Luffy's not a bad guy. That's what I'm saying. Every time I seen her use the ability, it was against like bloodthirsty pirates, and they were like, oh, and they wanted to be good people, right? Luffy's already a good person. You're just in his way in a particular way. Like, you're enslaving a group of people on some town he visited, so he's just gonna beat you up.
I see that. That's why I was like, okay, is it her definition of good or just good?
Nah, by what those pirates said, it seems like it's just like you just become a better person all around.
Definitely. For me, my second one, and I don't know if it's slept on. I think it's slept on because, again, it was a character that he was a villain, but nobody really cared about him. The mark fruit. When you mark somebody, anything you touch is immediately sent towards them. Bro, I would abuse that technique. I would never fight anybody, bro. I swear. All I gotta do is touch you, and for the rest of your life, you're getting ships sent at you, swords, knives, all types of things. And to me, I think, as long as he doesn't touch anybody else, he can consistently send things at this person. And if they die, then I just touch somebody else. I think that's one of the most OP, especially like if Usopp had it, or a real sniper, it'll be a problem because, again, Usopp is not a great fighter. If I had distance, boy, I'll be terrorizing you every night. You know what I'm saying?
So Mark, does he have to touch you? I'm trying to remember how he activates it.
He has to touch you with his hand, but the thing is, right? Yes, he has to touch you. This is just like the Bon Clay's, face change one. He has to touch you with one hand, and then that's how he marks you. Okay. And the other hand. So for him, he would have to touch you. But the thing is like, especially in a lot of situations, especially Usopp, he fights a lot of people that are stronger than him. If he gets one touch, I can just flee. I can get on my boat and fly away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me, I think is one of the most OP devil fruits, especially if the person that you're going after doesn't know that you're going after them. Like if I was chasing a bounty,
Yeah.
Like, I could just randomly touch the dude. He don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I got bump into him.
Yeah, at the bar, you touch him.
And now he's got things come at him for the rest of his life. And once you know, as he dies, I collect that bounty.
That is true. That's a good fruit. I'm gonna give you that one. Another one I really love is Sugar's like what is it? Hobby fruit?
Yes.
Where she could turn you into a toy and essentially erase your existence. Yeah. Right?
That's OP.
That's the craziest ability. To erase the memory of me to an extent out of people's minds or that I ever existed, and to be able to trap me in that form is the craziest ability. That is somebody I truly would avoid. If I knew that was the ability, I'd be like, that pirate group, guys, let's avoid them, because if anything, I don't even remember if I even lost members of my crew to her.
Exactly, absolutely.
So I do not want to go near you. I do not want to fight your crew. That is a devil fruit. That is like one of those S-tier devil fruits to me.
Yeah.
And one of the most creative that Oda came up with to me.
I feel like a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, a lot of side character devil fruits are slept on. People just, you know what I'm saying, they kind of just go under, you know what I'm saying, under the radar when everybody wants to do the flare fruit and all these things. But
yeah, people love the fires, the ice, all the elements. People love the element fruits, right? But come on now, people. Turning you into a toy and erasing your existence
and playing with you for the rest of their lives is crazy.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
But for me, my last one is the mirror fruit. Traveling through any mirror at any time and going into a mirror world where they can't, bro. One of the most OP fruits ever.
Yeah.
Now, the way I'm thinking about it, if I had, you know what I'm saying, obviously you can't do this in One Piece, but if I had all three of those fruits, I would be the most unstoppable character ever. I would slow you down, I would mark you, and I'll jump in the mirror world, you can never catch me.
Just sending stuff through the mirror.
Yeah, whatever, bro.
You can't go near no mirrors for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life, you know what I'm saying? And like, again, one of the best things about it is, one, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, she can just pop away at any mirror at any time. She also can see where you're at, and you don't know where she's at. And to me, just traveling through different locations, she can travel, you know what I'm saying, in massive different locations because of the mirrors. So she can go from this mirror world to another location on a boat, or, you know what I'm saying, in another location. So for me, if I need to escape, I just jump in the mirror, and I can travel towns, islands away from you. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know. So for me, I think the mirror, and then obviously you have your own mirror pocket world where you could just watch people, and you know what I'm saying, it's good for espionage, it's good for spying.
That's where it comes in.
Yeah,
the ability that you're able to watch people and know what's going on. Yeah, espionage would be A1.
Yeah,
now,
definitely spy.
For me, my final one is the castle fruit from Capone.
Yeah, definitely OP. Definitely
OP. Craziest ability to have an entire army inside me that can fire. Remember, they could open it up and fire at people, and once it crosses a certain threshold, everything enlarges, you know, back to its original size.
Yeah.
Cannonball attacks, bullet attacks. At one point he sent horsemen out, men riding horseback to come fight you. It always seems like you're by yourself roaming, and you could immediately just release a bunch of people or a bunch of attacks out of nowhere. Plus, you could go inside your own body. You have rooms. You have like places where you can have meetings. You could like mold another version of yourself inside yourself. And not to mention that, you can turn yourself into a gigantic fortress.
Yeah.
And it's hard for people to destroy the fortress. And while you're in there, you're planning, you're plotting. You could bring in a whole group of people. Like the display that he had during, was that Doflamingo's arc?
Yeah, I think Doflamingo, we were talking to Luffy and all that.
Yeah, the way this man displayed his abilities, I was like, dude, that character is worth that devil fruit. Like, devil fruit is just top tier devil fruit that is slept on. I know I've seen a lot of people say, I want this fruit, I want that fruit. I looked at Capone's fruit, I was like, I'd eat that one.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think he's in the wrong anime. He should be in Jujutsu Kaisen, all the jumping he's doing. He does a lot of jumping out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's an automatic jump, bro. Yeah. He's an automatic jump. When I seen that jump and people just jumping out his bodies, he always got, first of all, you got to carry his whole family with him.
His whole family.
So you never lack it.
Wife
you
and
never
kids.
lack it, dog. You never lack it. And again, like you said, if I got wife, kids, you ain't never getting them. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know villains, they're going to try to take your family.
Oh,
my family with me all the time, bro.
My family inside me. She's in my heart. All right?
We good. So definitely, I think Capone's devil fruit is top 10. Like I said, man, there's certain devil fruits, man, that I know don't get a lot of shine, but that's one of the top.
Most definitely.